Hi, I'm Charlie with the Women in Leadership, Body, Mind, Soul, and Business podcast. Here with this week's reading from the Path of the Yoga Sutras by Nicolai Bachman. We are in chapter 14, Vrittis, activity in the heart mind. Wisdom arrives inside the circle. Affairs are left outside the gate. Zen Master Hongzi. When our lives become busy and full, the heart mind tries its best to keep track of the bottomless to-do list. So many decisions to be made and new experiences to remember. Vrittis, turnings or cyclings, include all thoughts and emotions that spin around in our heart mind and keep us preoccupied. One goal of yoga is to calm and quiet the heart mind so these activities no longer distract us. There are 5 vrittis which will each be described in separate chapters. They are pramana, which is valid means of perception, evaluation, and viparyaya, misperception, vikalpa, imagination, nidra, sleep, and smriti, memory. Vrittis are not necessarily bad. They can be harmful or not, depending on what caused them and how they influence our behavior. If they distort our perception or negatively affect our thoughts, words, or deeds, they are harmful. If they contribute to clarity and calmness, they are helpful. Otherwise, they are neutral. Harmful thoughts and emotions are caused by our deep mental emotional triggers, our kleshas, which are strengthened via negative impressions and behavioral patterns, our samskaras. Whenever our actions result in some form of suffering, or we experience something disturbing, the recorded memory will support future harmful thoughts and emotions. For example, let's say you are overly sensitive to even constructive criticism. Every time a friend wishes to make you aware that your action was inappropriate or hurtful, you become defensive and angry at him. This touchiness will not only harm your friend who is just trying to help you, but may even cause him to stop trying to help you at all. Your triggers are effectively reinforcing themselves, dragging you down into a small-minded world of ignorance and rigidity. Our ego can make us think that these outer distracting activities define who we are. If we let this false identification happen, then our perceptions and actions will be influenced by the vrittis, and we will remain stuck in the mire of delusion. It is important to understand that the core of our being is always quiet and still, and that the core is what we want to identify with. The vrittis spin like wheels, while the center of the wheel, the hub, stays still. Helpful vrittis arise from experiences and actions that produce positive energy. Acting with kindness or compassion, telling the truth, and generally living our life in an ethical and conscious way by practicing the yamas and niyamas create helpful and healthy thoughts and feelings. These positive vrittis can be cultivated by means of yoga, and over time, they bring us closer to calming nirodha, the heart mind. The positive vrittis increase as the harmful ones decrease and the kleshas weaken via Kriya Yoga. It is important to be aware of the distorting and painful nature of harmful vrittis. Helpful vrittis do not have the effective quality of the kleshas in them. They promote a peaceful and clear heart mind. Meditation quiets the heart mind and calms the vrittis. When we attempt to meditate or stay focused in some way, thoughts usually pop up to distract our attention. Diligent, regular, committed practice helps us to reduce our desire for external objects, and in doing so, diminishes the vrittis in our consciousness. As we cultivate these 2 pillars of yoga, along with keen discernment, the quelling of these activities and the clarification of the heart mind follow. Just plain slowing down the pace of our life can cultivate stillness and introspection. Thoughts. The activity on the surface of the heart mind can conceal our inner light of awareness. Practicing yoga includes doing everything I can to cultivate a calm and stable heart mind. I will reduce distracting and harmful thoughts by practicing meditation regularly, even if it is for only a few minutes each day. Exercises. Think of a time when a preconceived notion has caused you to judge someone unfairly, possibly based on a stereotype. How can you prevent this from happening again? Sit quietly in meditation and observe how thoughts and emotions distract your attention from the point of focus. Try and separate the detrimental thoughts and emotions from the helpful ones, and then investigate where the negative ones come from. Thank you for joining us. We will be discussing this chapter later on this week on our podcast. Go ahead and like and follow us on all the social media platforms at Women in Leadership BSMB. Thank you. Namaste.